specifically got you bummed about that? So, yeah.
They didn't tell you all of the fraud that they found. They only told you the votes that went up for Sleepy Joe and Dan.
Now, did you listen to the actual testimony, or did you listen to what the media said they said?
Well, I watch Fox, so I know what.
And that's my point. I watched the actual testimony. I've spoken with many of the people who provided the testimony, and they didn't. The vote tally, that was like a little minor blip on the radar in their report. That was a recount. That's not an audit. That gets to the heart of what Matt's talking about in his appeals. What is an audit? There's a big difference between an audit and a recount, and you saw the difference there. When you do a recount, you don't know which one of those ballots that you're recounting are real or fake. Which ones were cast by real voters or fake voters. So, la-ti-da, they got a number that was a little bit better for Joe Biden, but I don't care, because if you look at the rest of the stuff that they talked about, you saw deliberate malfeasance on the part of some bad actors. They were deleting records, which is a violation of federal law. You got a case where if you look at the canvassing report that was done by Liz Harris and her team, you got 300,000 ballots that are in question. That's a little bit more than the 10,457 vote margin that was given to Joe Biden. Yeah, you agree.
Well,
So don't be depressed.
Yeah, that's where we're getting our information. I mean,
Exactly.
Have gone beyond mainstream and have done investigating and found alternative information. So some of us know the truth. Frustration lies in it goes to the AG, but we're trying to play by the rules. They don't have any rules to play by.
Right.
They're all corrupt. Our judicial system, it goes into lawfare, all of these things. They accused another one of our representatives of something. Yet they get away with this and that and everything. And so that's when it becomes between good and evil. And
It is.
What do good
You ultimately have to remember who you're serving, right? And they know who they're serving.
Right.
And they're serving somebody who doesn't give a hoot about the
So
law.
it's frustrating because we're depending on that AG to do the right thing and to start holding people accountable. Yet, so we're trying to have hope, but
Well,
it's
I'm
really
gonna.
hard to have hope when
The reason I brought that up is I want to give you some hope, because we are so on the right side of this. I just got back from Texas, and I've been working mostly on the technology side, but I've also been working to paint the overall picture of exactly how the election was stolen. That's what I want to talk to you guys about today. I want to give you that information, but I also want to point you to a place where you can get information on a regular basis. If you can help hand these out. I put this together back when we had the Antrim County rally. Come hear the evidence. How many of you guys were at that rally with Mike Lindell and crew? All right, good stuff. Richard, were you at that rally?
Yeah.
I was wondering. I didn't know if you were there or not, but it was at a place called Frisky Farms. You ever heard of that? Yeah. They've been phenomenal on this. We need freedom fighters that are standing up. And you know what happens when you stand up in today's environment? The bad guys are playing a game of whack-a-mole, right? So this is why I sign all my books in the back there, Wrestling Gators, with many people can't read it because my handwriting is so bad, but it's 2 Timothy 1:7, which states that, for God didn't give us a spirit of timidity, but he gave us one of power, love, and self-control. This is our time to shine, folks. So even when we're counting on other people to do the right thing, it's up to us not to be discouraged, because we need to be focused on where our real hope really lies. And this is not easy. It's not easy for a lot of folks, but I'll tell you, the ones that are taking a stand are the ones with their house is built on solid rock, not on shifting sand. And that is what's really happening here. So this handout that's being out there, for all the people that are being told there is no evidence of election fraud, I put this handout together to say, here's all the evidence of election fraud. All right, this is just the stuff that I'm privy to. Matt's got tons more up on his site. If you go to depernalaw.com, he's got a list of all his exhibits that are out there. Tons of information. And each one of these bullets in here, if you go to my website at letsfixstuff.org,